The following bout is set to take place in the 140-pound division and is set to go for 4 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his pro debut, weighing in at 139 pounds originally, from Honolulu, Hawaii, and now representing Minot Air Force Base, Antonio Tito Lovett. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 139 pounds, from Lancaster, California, with a record of 2-1 with 1 KO, Steven Zayas. World-renowned referee Mark Nelson with the instructions.
Chief, second, please. Okay, gentlemen, you received your instructions earlier. You both know what I expect. It's a professional fight. I want a professional effort. Touch them up. Good luck to both of you.
Upcoming bout, 4 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Zayas has a height advantage at 5'10" compared to Lovett's 5'6". They both weigh 139 pounds. Zayas does have a reach advantage at 72.5 to 67.5 for Lovett. But there's the bell for the opening round. Both fighters working behind the jab. Looks like early on, Antonio Lovett's a little bit of the aggressor. Zayas is circling.
Saw a nice jab left hook there from Zayas.
Yeah, both fighters, Ben, look like they're coming out using good style. Both going to work behind the jab. Their hands are up, looking like they're kind of have good movement, some angles. These look like 2 well-schooled fighters.
Also a couple of well-put-together young men. Both of them look good, slim, muscular, and fit the way you like to see.
Zayas lands a good right hook to the body of Lovett. Lovett's coming forward, but Zayas is being effective as he's using his circling strategy to land jabs and then occasionally to try to drop the right hand, like right there, although it missed. So even though Lovett's coming forward, you always say you have to be an effective aggressor, and up until that last combination, I'm not sure Lovett was effective.
Zayas has a nice way of pulling the trigger fast, throwing a punch out there almost before you know it's coming.
Nice combination by Zayas. Both fighters trading well inside, left and right hooks to the body. I like the fact they're both throwing combinations, 2, 3, 4 and punches.
That's what you get in lower weight classes.
A lot of action here in the first round. Zayas continues to circle to his left. Oh, good right hand by Zayas. Antonio nods his head and said, yep, that was a good punch.
Lovett was a little too straight up and down for my taste. I'd like to see him a little more on that forward foot.
Although he did land a good left-right combination to the body, Zayas just got a combination back. I like the fact that Zayas comes in at angles. He's always shifting and having a different angle, making it harder to hit, in addition to his movement. Somebody has schooled him pretty well.
He spoke very highly of his coaching and his training back in California, and he loves to live in the gym.
Antonio Lovett is a 2-time amateur champion, but this is a pro debut, and you wonder if that extra 3 fights from Zayas might be the edge in this bout.
A little bit of been there, done that, huh?
Oh, good left-right combination by Antonio Lovett.
Nice step back and a left hook.
There's a good left-right combination by Zayas. Both fighters landing good leather and good combinations.
Lovett's carrying that forward hand low down by his waist.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that. So we have a lot of action, very little break in the action, but at the conclusion of this round, we will be going to a break.
By way of Minot.
So we have a replay here of the action in the first round, Ben. And it looks like both fighters are throwing 3, 4 punch combinations. Here's Zayas coming back on Lovett.
There's a lot of give and take there, and a lot of good technique.
I like the fact both fighters are working both the body and upstairs. No one's relying on just one punch.
That's right. Where will we see the first chink in the armor?
Getting ready for round 2 in our 4-round junior welterweight bout between Steve Zayas and Antonio Lovett. Zayas in the black trunks with the silver stripe in the red corner, and Lovett in the black trunks with the red stripe in the blue corner. There's the bell for the action to start round 2. Both fighters meet in the middle of the ring, and both are trying to set up that right hand. And there goes Zayas. He got his in there first. Three-four punch combinations by both fighters. Looks like Zayas clocked Lovett behind the back of the head. I don't know if the ref saw it.
Lovett trying to flurry on the inside, and his punches were smothered. Mostly landed on the elbows and shoulders of Zayas.
Yeah, I think Zayas, in addition to having good angles, he also has good distance on his punches. He doesn't smother his punches. He gets his full extension.
He's done a good job of throwing nice short punches right up the middle.
Although Lovett just had a nice right counter to the body of Zayas. Oh, why did I say that? Yeah, Zayas counters back. As you can do that, I can do it better. You know, I'm watching Lovett's mouth. It looks like he's breathing. He's got his mouth open. He's breathing hard. I wonder if those body shots are already taking their toll just after one round.
Well, he looks fit. You wouldn't like to think that he's already sucking air.
Well, it may have to do with some of those body shots taking the air out of him.
That's right.
Zayas again showing angles and then coming back with a left-right combination.
Slapping right hand by Lovett.
You know, Lovett's about abandoned his jab at this point.
It's a good observation. He'd do a good job to go back to it.
Yeah, Zayas has a pawing jab. It's not a lot on it, but it's just enough to kind of distract Lovett while he tries to land his right hand.
We see a little bit of switch hitting there by Lovett. He went southpaw.
Yeah, he told me in the pre-fight interview that he's basically ambidextrous. He can fight either side equally well. I asked him if he was going to do it in the fight. He said he didn't want to reveal his game plan. So I think that this may be a little frustration on his part, just trying to change things up and confuse Zayas. Oh, a good hook by Lovett. Oh, good body shot by Lovett. I could hear that shot at ringside. But Zayas counters with an uppercut of his own.
Zayas seems unaffected.
You know, but it does look to me like Zayas is being a little more cautious than he was in the first round and a little less active. I still think Zayas has the advantage, but oh, a right hand by Zayas. Both fighters fighting well off the ropes, but I think Zayas got the better of that exchange.
He did, for sure. And although Lovett was throwing back, he was doing it with his eyes closed.
Another time Lovett nodded as if, yes, I got hit, it hurt. Oh, another right hand by Zayas.
Snapped his head back.
I think Lovett got himself in a little bit of trouble there. Oh, another right hand. But Lovett is game. He's coming back. Left-right combination to the head of Zayas. But Zayas is cool, calm, and collected, taking pot shots. As we come to the 10-second warning, I'd have to say that's another round in the books for Zayas.
And Lodge, and we thank the fans for spending their hard-earned money to come enjoy the fans of North Dakota.
So we have a replay, Ben, of action here in the second round. I'm just seeing Zayas landing punch after punch. Nice left hook to the head.
They were trading, but without having a punch counter, I still would say I think Zayas landed more punches. Threw more, landed more.
Yeah, through 2 rounds, I'd have it 2 rounds Zayas. Nothing Lovett, but you never know. The judges sometimes have a different angle.
Even good judges.
Getting ready for round 3 in our 4-round junior welterweight bout between Steven Zayas and Antonio Lovett. There's the bell for the start of round 3. Now Lovett comes back using his jab for the first time in a round. I noticed Lovett continues to go southpaw. I think he thought he got better results when he was a lefty.
Or he's banking on what happens next. He's a bad habit of carrying that front hand low, and then when he jabs, dropping his opposite hand.
Zayas sets that right hand up nicely. Now he's going downstairs, but a right counter by Lovett comes upstairs and lands on Zayas.
Might have been Lovett's best punch of the night.
I was just about to say the same thing. Great minds think alike. Oh, another right hand by Lovett got Zayas' attention. Zayas showing different angles. Oh, another good left hook by Lovett. Oh, another good left hook by Lovett. Both to the body. You can hear those shots at ringside. Good action here, Ben, in the third round.
That's right. Nice thudding shots, too, not slapping ones. Those slapping punches can sound like a gunshot and do very little damage.
Zayas came back with a good shot to the body, and again, Antonio nodded his head. I don't know if you want to keep doing that because it signals to the judges the punches of your opponent actually had some merit to them.
They were worthy of being acknowledged.
Oh, right hand lands by Zayas. Lovett is beginning to drop that left, as you said, and it's setting Zayas to set up a right hand counter.
A lot of boxers, when they jab, their hands fly open and it leaves a highway to heaven right up the middle.
I don't like how Lovett's carrying that left hand. He's trying to set up a left hook with it, but he's leaving himself open. Yet he's got his hand sometime as low as his knee.
That's right. Do you see how his hands fly open when he throws the jab?
Although he does come back with a left-right counter. Good counter jab by Zayas.
A skilled opponent like Zayas is going to see that opening, though, and he's going to take advantage
of it. Zayas smiled and then landed a right. Oh, another right. Zayas is beginning to take, but Antonio Lovett says, bring it on! And Zayas does. Lovett is smiling at him as Zayas comes back and lands shot, but then Lovett comes back and lands a two-punch combination. Referee noting an accidental headbutt.
The referee, by the way, is the great Mark Nelson, one of the best in the world.
And his father was as well. His father refereed a number of fights for my fighters.
Benny Nelson, a well-known judge and referee.
Oh, Antonio Lovett sticks his tongue out. I'm not sure that's the best strategy, but he does back it up with a nice right hook. Lovett has his hands down on the ropes as we come to the 10-second warning. But Zayas counters with two shots. Oh, I think those shots hurt Lovett a little bit. Zayas came back with another one. There's the bell to a break. So here's the action from round two. Steven Zayas continues to be the aggressor, and if you notice in the fight, he's showing the angles, moving around and then landing, but Antonio Lovett comes back and counters every time.
That's right. I like Zayas' footwork. He has a great way of staying right between his feet, keeping his feet under him. You want to always stay on balance because that leaves you always ready to throw a punch.
And he's always setting up that right hand, as you noticed in the replay, especially when Antonio Lovett drops the left. Getting ready for round three in our 4-round junior welterweight bout between Steven Zayas and Antonio Lovett. They're both wearing black trunks, but Lovett has the red stripe and Zayas has the silver stripe. Zayas picks up where he left off in round two, setting up that right hand, and now a right hook to the body of Lovett. Lovett continues to come forward, but Zayas has been getting the better of him. Zayas smiles at him and waves him in. Nice.
Lovett is a fit young man. He misses a lot of his punches, though, and every time you miss, it takes something out of you.
I like the fact that Zayas sets up most of his punches with his jab.
It's a good jab, too.
He lands and then gets out of the way, shows nice angles, has good movement, comes in from different angles to land his punches, and Lovett's basically the same style every time, just coming forward. Oh, nice right hand by Zayas. Another right hand, this time to the body by Zayas. Zayas is very cool, calm, and collected. Lands another right hand. He just continually sets up Lovett for the right hand.
I like what I see of Zayas.
Oh, good hook by Lovett. Yeah. That got got Zayas' attention by Lovett. Lovett had a shot, had Zayas wide open for a right counter, and he did not pull the trigger. But Zayas comes back with the left hook to the body.
Sometimes you see the opportunity, but you can't pull the trigger, and other times you just don't see it.
Either that or he might just be hesitant for the counter. You know, I wonder how much that height advantage is bothering Lovett at this point. And there's also a reach advantage of almost 5 inches by Zayas.
I don't know, but I tell you, Lovett doesn't seem too bothered by anything. He's retained his composure. He's continuing to compete.
Lovett urges him to come forward and fight off the ropes. And Zayas obliges. Lovett is showing what a tough customer he is, though. He took a good number of shots, and now he's coming forward. As if I took your best shot, now it's my turn. Oh, and he lands a little
Nice
right
short
hook.
right hook.
Yeah, it actually took the smile right off of Zayas' face. I've noticed Zayas' volume has slowed down quite a bit.
He's also carrying his hands low, but that may be a ploy.
Oh, good right hook by Lovett. Another good right. Now he's got Zayas moving backwards. Could the tide be turning in this fight?
Lovett would tell you yes.
I would tell you yes, because there was a good left hook. Well, this could tighten up this fight to 2 rounds to 1. I think Lovett's certainly winning the end of this round. Lovett just handed another left hook. Lovett now has a flurry. I think Lovett got the better of that exchange as we go to the bell.
Let's go back up into the ring and find out who our winner is.
Here at the Fort Bears Casino and Lodge, we go to the scorecards. After 4 hard-fought rounds, the judges are in agreement. They have all 4 scored the bout 40-36 in favor of the winner. From Lancaster, California, Stephen Zayas.
Following a very exciting fight. We're
Well, we're going to talk to both fighters because we thought that was an action-packed fight. So we're within the winner. One of the things I noticed was it looked like you had a height and reach advantage. Did you think that played well to your victory?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the jab, it'll work even if you're shorter. So if you're smart enough to use it, it'll work to your advantage.
We also noticed at ringside, you seem like you have a lot of angles and movement.
Yeah, that's definitely something we work on. My coach wants me to work on it a little bit more, which we will, but yeah, I'm on that.
Now, one of the reasons we wanted to talk to both the winner and the loser in this fight is we thought it was a really good action-packed fight. I think you would agree your opponent came and gave you a really good test.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, all respects to you. Thank you for your service in the Air Force. Yeah, I'm glad to come to your city. It's a beautiful place, and thank you very much, my man.
So with that, we congratulate you, and we'll now talk to him. Thank you. Well, you came up a little short on the scorecards, but you didn't come short on the effort. We thought you gave a tremendous effort, and it was a great fight. And first of all, thank you for work. You're still in the Air Force. Thank you for your service. 2-time Air Force champion.
Appreciate it.
So this was a fight where your opponent had a little more experience. Do you think that was the difference in the fight?
Yeah, a little bit, for sure, absolutely. I've been working on being an amateur for a while, and I don't know, he just got me. We're staying long. I couldn't get close distance.
Well, we did think you worked well inside, and we thought it was a fairly close fight, and that if you just had a little more experience, perhaps learning how to handle a fighter with reach and height advantage, that the next time you'd come out the winner.
Absolutely, for sure.
Well, one thing we want to thank you is not only for the fight in the ring, but you're fighting for our country and protecting all of us, and we thank you, and you'll always be a winner in our book.